Hello, this is a Big Mac. Well, actually, it's a cold Big Mac that I bought last night. It's the morning as I film this. Can't get it till 10:30, can you? Today, I'm attempting to make a clear one. A clear Big Mac. There are so many elements to a Big Mac. The bun, the cheese, the burger, the gherkins, the onions, everything. Oh my gosh. This is yesterday where I was filming my Patreon bonus video. I actually did some bacon wrapped Oreos and a Fanta cake. I made some lettuce stock. So I got some of that stereotypical lettuce they would use in a McDonald's, soaked it in water and wrapped it, left it overnight. And apart from it slightly discoloring, it's a little bit brown there. I think, I will drain this off. I think my lettuce stock is still very transparent. Lettuce C. Oh my gosh, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit green. Let us make clear lettuce. Okay, so here is the lettuce water. This is some starch. And now we're gonna do the same for our onion. Now I've got some onion granules here. I could have made an onion stock, but I felt, hey, let's actually get some speckles in this. I don't mind if this is not perfectly clear. The starch going in again. Just whisk that through too. The difference in the smells is, why does that smell like a Big Mac already? That is ridiculous. You know the smell of like lettuce and onion? I don't like it. They've just got to be whisked constantly, okay? Isn't that a place in America? All right, so this is the lettuce. Oh, wow. And this is the onion. It's a well-known fact. This will only work with a Barry Lewis silicone baking mat, okay? What does that smell of?
Feet.
What does that smell of?
Oh, like leek or something.
Onion?
Yeah.
So they are gonna dry out. I've got the same amount of onion as lettuce, but hey, they can work together in a transparent combo. Right. Now for the fillings, I wanna try and make this as clear as I can, and I use tap water for those, as I say, and the smell and the contents we put in has probably done its thing anyway, but for some of the other fillings, I'm gonna use distilled water, which is, it's water that's not just boiled and just kind of killed bacteria. It's something where literally everything has been stripped out of it. It is food safe. It will set slightly different, but it's edible. I think you get it in car shops and things as well if you want. I've never used it on clear videos before, so we'll see if this makes a difference. But literally, I used to work in a car shop and they sold this stuff, so never did I think I'll be trying to use it for food. So for this step, we're gonna do the cheese, the burger, and the gherkin. There was a creator in America actually that made some clear cheese, actually attempted the clear ketchup, and I found that there was a cheddar cheese extract. Ah, jeez. That's absolutely horrible. Gherkins, we're gonna use some of the actual juice from here. And for the beef patties, this is where I made a bit of a boo-boo. I am absolutely adamant I found a beef flavoring and I could use a stock cube, but I actually ordered by accident concentrated beer flavoring. So I'm one letter out. So how are we gonna get around the beef flavoring? Yes, I could use a beef stock cube. Yes, I could use the beer. However, I've got this. So we are gonna boil up the two Big Mac patties in here. Oh my gosh, look at this, sorry. This is horrendous. That is the most bizarre thing, washing the patties. I'd be really interested to see if that gets any sort of fatty impurities out, because we can skim them out. I've got filter paper, I've got cheesecloth, or it could just be meat flavored water, I don't know. To set the beef, I was mulling over using agar powder or something like non-pork based, like some gelatin sheets are, but pick a card, any card. These are vegan or vegetarian gelatin sheets, and you need to soak them in cold water first. I'm gonna do a card for each of the burger, the cheese, and the gherkin. Sounds like a children's book. I've got to be honest, there ain't much fat coming from that. That is pretty clear, but we're still gonna filter it. There's a slightly brown hue to it, if anything, but very minor. Yeah, look. That's actually really, really clear. I won't be doing that again. Found these molds online for the cheese, which are actually, I think, for soap making, but they're food grade safe and everything. I actually can put them in the oven if I want, but not today. Squeeze that as best you can into our bowl. There's our water. Oh gosh, and the cheese extract. Ready? Oh, that's a lot. Oh God. I'm just warming that in the microwave. Now, if I really wanted to push this like some of those crazy Japanese desserts, I believe the correct procedure is to do it on the hob for nearly half an hour, because the more you warm gelatin at a steady temperature, you can then spoon off all these little areas so you get absolute crystal clear results. But that is absolutely clear. Beautiful. I've got slightly too much, but that's okay. I can make cheese jellies for the kids. gherkins. Yep, so some more squeezed gelatin sheets. This time I'm going to go for 2 actually. I might want this a little stronger. But that ain't very gherkiny, is it? We used to put this in our children's mouths to give them medicine. Wow, I don't even need to stir that. That's dissolved amazingly. There's like nothing there. We're going to use this again. Let's go for about here. Let's see. It's at room temperature, so maybe I could have chilled it to maybe help this, but I'm just going to... Oh my gosh, is this working? I've just made a gherkin. I have just made a clear gherkin. Right, I'll keep doing that. Now, burgers. This is a silicone oven-proof mat. It's a perfect shape for a burger patty and potentially our bun too. So it's way too big. So that once the burger patties are setting in this, I can also experiment with the bread in these. So for the burger, I've just moved the bowl, and this is actually a really good chance to show you. As it's cooling down, it's still a little warm, but you can see some of the traces of the burger have clung to the edge, and a lot of that is still sat on the top here. I don't want to feel like I bought a cheesecloth for nothing, all right? We're like a magician. I'll just see. Oh, the siev's caught some bit. Oh my gosh! What the? That's amazing! And I could still chill it to really separate those layers and skim it. I'm not going to do that. I want it to be a little bit murky, surely. Some a gelatin sheet. Oh, come on now. Look, it's it's a tiny bit murky. But I'm going to take that. Look at that. That's incredible. In that goes. Oh, no, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, see you in a minute. My fridge alarm is going off. That was really tricky, but that is not something you see every day. Should we have a coffee? The bread is going to be the hardest part, and I'm not ready for the consequences. I was not planning on doing the Big Mac sauce or burger sauce in the supermarkets. I wanted to just kind of leave one element just normal to make it still feel like a Big Mac, if that makes sense. However, I feel like maybe I might regret this. It's going fairly okay that I might just do that. Basically gonna make some Big Mac sauce water. I'm just gonna do a little, oh my gosh. I like that, I like that. And to help it set, and in all honesty, whilst it gives me time to clean some pans, this time we're gonna go for some agar, just in some cold water. It's by far the murkiest, but again, I can skim. There's definitely like bands where it's separating. That, out of everything so far, tastes like Big Mac. It is probably the sauce that fuses it all together. Right, it smells of Big Mac. We're reducing it down to try and concentrate that flavour a bit more before getting the agar in there. Oh, wow. Okay, see, it is side by side. It smells the same as that. It is a darn sight clearer. Oh, that's strong.
It still smells of feet in here.
I was like, I want to blow you away with all the... Can you smell onion?
Feet.
Smell this though, smell this. What do you think that is?
Oh, it's like Big Mac.
Yeah, it's the burger sauce.
Oh, wow.
All right, it's been an hour. I just had some lunch. Not a Big Mac. Got my burger. I'm going to do one of these at a time, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully, it will just turn out of this mold. Ugh. Oh no! Ah! Oh no 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 no! Oh! Oh no! Well, I will say one thing. It looks blooming clear. Look at that. It's well set, but that did not. Why did that not fall out? Look, I should just push that and it should just come out. It's sticking to the... Oh! This is why I hate doing these. Oh, gosh. Good news is the onion and the lettuce seems to still be doing okay. Apparently with jelly, I just looked into it, it can set to the mold really well and create kind of like a seal. So if you shock it in warm water, that can actually release it from the mold and potentially hold the shape. I kind of need that to happen. Sort of shock it by putting it into the warm water. Oh, that feels nice. So there was someone that said just to let it bob for like 20 seconds. Another person said to sort of let it sit there, take it out, let it sit there. Oh, I really hope this works. Right, here we go. Oh, Oh, no, no, no. Has it come out? It's trying, it's trying, it's trying. It's trying, oh my word. Yes! Ah! I've got to do that loads more times. Last up, we've done clear bread before. It's horrendous, probably the most unclear out of the lot. I don't really care, but we're gonna add yeast to it this time. The distilled water, some more starch going in. I had loads of this left over from when I last did the clear bread. It's called kuzu, which is basically an arrowroot. But to make it more yeasty, and potentially slightly more bread-like, I'm just gonna add in a little speck. I might have to just leave my spoon in there. That is Marmite, which will actually give it some flavour too. There we go, in you go. All right, that looks very, very cloudy. That should, as it thickens, get a little clearer. This is the hardest thing to do. So it'll be bread in the loosest of forms, maybe toast. It'll be quite thin. Yeah, look how white that is. It's starting to thicken already. Beautiful, look at that. Look at that. We'll get that off the heat. And if you're eagle-eyed, you might spot the onion and the lettuce. Tastes like an onion credit card. So with my oven still in use, we are going to try just doing a tiny little layer at a time on this, using the air fryer. So this bit that's exposed should get cooked, and then we can top adding more and more layers to it. Gonna go 160 at first, and I could lower it. And actually, these will probably shrink a bit compared to the patties, so I might need to trim them. I don't know. I don't know. This is literally my plan, okay? And look, you can see how much it's shrunk. Spray oil it. And then this is the rest of our dough. That's gonna go in there. I'm gonna start to fill up the natural air pockets that are happening. So this is gonna take a very long time. I'm just gonna keep repeating doing this, covering the gaps where it's moved first of all. Rinse and repeat. And back in there. You know what, for the middle piece, I'd probably take it, but the air fryer is just not doing it. Oven it is. So this is another soap mold that I found, I think for a bath bomb online. It's, again, food safe, luckily, and microwave, heat proof, all that kind of stuff. So we have got some more of the mixture here. This is gonna be the trickiest part. Look at that puffage there. Those are ready to go into a slightly cooler oven, which is back here. The bun is nowhere near done. I've actually had a second one of those molds, but I had a hole in the bottom, so I've lined it with foil, and that will hopefully, by putting it in a ramekin, keep it still. Got 4 more as well, just in case. Some more molds, so that we can put it in that oven, whilst the other ones maybe firm and hold that shape. I have no idea where this is going. So there's that one. And that one, I don't know. So we've now got 4 more potential extra buns and 2 lids going in there. Okay then folks, so you remember we took from this oven the first batch, and to be fair, with any sort of baking, you should never really do that because it deflated and we want to lock in that air. I mean, here they are. They're actually, if you hear that, they're quite crispy, but we've lost all of that rise. They're not even going to be perfect for the middle bun. However, we've done 90 minutes. It's been a while, right? 90 minutes in here on that high temperature, and we're going to keep the door shut. I've just lowered it for another 90 minutes. We've got 4 potential middle buns in there. To the left, that top bun, no Tom Cruise buns, that's been in there, not only for that bake, but also with that one, and it's still bubbly in the middle. So what I'm gonna do with all of this, I'm gonna turn the oven off after that extra 90 minutes and just let it dry overnight. It's been a long day. I've been on my feet 10 hours. The gherkins, the cheese, the sauce, the burgers will be right in the fridge. The lettuce over there, the onions are actually, this one's actually puffed up. I am absolutely exhausted. It's been a hell of a day. So we'll see you in the morning where potentially, if we can get the bun done, a few little tweaks, and we should have a Big Mac. Good morning. I hope you slept well. I did not. But anyhow, I went out last night and picked up a new Big Mac because the other one is surprisingly cold. Speaking of cold, the stuff in the fridge has had a fantastic chill overnight. And I need to show you what's happened because this genuinely is make or break. Otherwise, this is going to go on for loads more days. So basically, I left these all in the oven last night. We have had quite an interesting set of results. This first one, see that? It's just weird. The next one, they sort of shrink a little bit. It's done really well. Like, this is firm, it's risen, and potentially I could use that as the bun. Maybe from that angle, it could be a good backup, but it's split massively there. But that's where these two possibly might be what I need, because they puffed up like this one, but then they just deflated to a thing where it's kind of like flat like that or bumpy. But then on the underside, you have got a potential like flat middle and bottom bun. Look, I've got the same literally here, two that will actually do the job. So I'm really happy with them two. Now, as for the molds, I told you I had another one with foil, and this one just like completely like is welded in here. Let me just try and pull this out. Ah, look, that is not a very good top of the bun, is it? Yeah, that completely failed. So, and I need to be really careful with this. I don't know how this happened, and it's not perfect, I'm not gonna lie. This is what has happened to the mold here, the other one. We have got a clear lid for our bun. Look, it is split, like it's got a little mouth. If I move that, I could trim this off. I still might, because that front bit there is looking good. However, if I rotate that round, that looks amazing. And you can see where the more of the mixture settled at the top, okay? Right here, where we baked it, it's kind of been like, yeah, okay. Oh my gosh! However, we're not done yet. It's got to go back in the oven. A Big Mac bun lid is seeded with sesame seeds, so we're gonna get some on this. This could actually ruin it. But what I'm doing is taking a little bit of oil and I'm gonna shimmy on some sesame seeds. Oh my gosh, it's sticking to it. Ah, that's amazing. Right, in the oven just for a little bit. I wanna just bake it on. I might regret this. Okay, I gave that 10 minutes, no more, because I'm worried about the temperature fluctuation. It could make it crack. Right, I think we've got everything to build this now. This is generally make or break for the last 3 days. But at the same time, to know that we've potentially accomplished this, it would be the first clear Big Mac in the world. It's pretty cool. So we've got one of the murkiest things, first of all, the Thousand Island dressing sauce, which remember, I wasn't going to do. So this is probably a bonus. And now we'll get the onion on. Same with the lettuce. All right. This stuff, like the fridge absolutely stinks. But there we go, look. Clear cheese slice. I'm gonna try and get a stereotypical drape where I get a little bit hanging either side. That is a clear beef burger that genuinely stinks of a burger patty from McDonald's. Yeah, that's a solid platform. Oh my gosh. Sauce again. We put more onion. Oh, I love all the different hues because we've gone, I could have pushed this more clear, but we've gone for flavor. Lettuce as well. I don't know how that's looking to you guys, but to me that is very cool. Gherkins, they are incredibly clear. They've worked out fantastic. And I only need 2 of those. I might be cheeky. This is the first clear Big Mac in the world. I might put 3 in there because they blooming stink. Oh my word, yes! Last bit of beef, please be level. Don't put too much weight on it. Oh my God! I am literally shaking like a leaf here. Let's get that down and on there. That is a clear Big Mac. Oh my gosh. And taking the lid off is the last thing I really want to do, but I just want to show you, when you do that, you can see all the layers underneath it. Look at the gherkins or the pickles. You're probably wondering why I built it to one side of the board. Well, that is because I wanted to leave a little space to compare it to a normal Big Mac. Of course, I've got more of a stereotypical rounding on my top bun. It has been a heck of a project. I've loved this.
I feel really emotional for you. I want to cry.
It does look a bit like a jellyfish. I've got a bit over enthusiastic on the top bun, but at least the smell is going to go from the fridge. It does smell a bit, honestly.
I can't believe you've done it.
Oh no, it fell apart. I thought half of it had stayed together, and it sort of has. Do you want some?
No, I'm okay. The smell's put me off a little bit.
It has actually kicked back in. Right. It's a bit cold. That is bizarre. That tastes like 65% like a Big Mac. In fact, actually, I think it probably tastes a lot like a cold Big Mac because it does taste so similar to it. I think it's those key things, like the dressing, like the pickles and the onions, those real strong flavors. The beef is in there, but you're not really worried about that so much. It's probably the bread, which I put the most effort in, which is probably the least similar, because you've got that sort of like pillowy texture versus like the polar opposite crunch. But from a flavor perspective,
does it taste like it?
yes, but it doesn't feel like a Big Mac. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Such a crazy thing to do. And look how clear. Like the beef, that's amazing.
I know, I can't believe how clear you got it. Oh my gosh, that's freezing. No wonder.
Oh my gosh, smell the cheese.
No.
Right, I'm off. Check out the rest of the clear recipes. And if you are a food scientist or want to see more of these, do realistic suggestions and I'll try and do some more from time to time. Cheers for watching. Bye.
I really did want to cry when I came in and seen that you'd done it after all your hard work the last few days.
It's been tough.